The audacity is actually breathtaking.
Last finals that they won, Kobe didn't play well. Kobe didn't shoot the ball well. Actually, everybody thought Pau Gasol should have been MVP.
Excuse me. Dwayne Wade just said Kobe played awful in 2010 NBA Finals, the same finals where Kobe grabbed 15 rebounds in Game 7 and scored 10 fourth-quarter points to beat the Celtics. This is like saying Tom Brady played terrible in the Super Bowl while holding the Lombardi Trophy.
I hate this damn narrative. Can y'all stop saying that bull? Nobody cares that a shooting guard got 15 rebounds if they shot 6 of 24. To be fair, everybody shot disgustingly that game, but would you guys do the same thing for LeBron? If he shot 25% in a Game 7 finals? I don't think so. Also, those 15 rebounds, like 80% of them just basically fell into his lap. All he had to do was either jump or put his hands out. As for the 10 points in the fourth quarter, come on, man. He literally made one field goal that whole fourth quarter. It was clutch and it was super needed, but it was one of them. Every other point Kobe scored was a free throw. You're leaving out context, my brother, and I don't like it. I understand there's been a lot of Kobe slander lately, and I don't like it either. But you're ignoring the fact that he did shoot absolutely abysmal. But again, damn near everybody did that game. I'm just saying. I don't necessarily agree with D-Wade's take, but Kobe had 10 more points per game than Pau. But he also had 10 more shot attempts and shot 7 less percent than Gasol. So I think it's at least debatable. As a Celtics fan, I'm giving it to Kobe. All right, lastly, it's not a big deal. I'm just not a fan of the analogy of comparing a basketball player to an NFL quarterback. Two extremely different positions and responsibilities. Tom Brady will never play defense. Yeah, Brady never really had an ugly Super Bowl in order to get carried to a victory, but Peyton Manning sure did. And he himself said that he basically got carried.
I mean, that's even more impressive than 2 years ago when the Denver Broncos defense won the Super Bowl while carrying me. I'm not an idiot, all right? I'm aware of these things. Okay, Von Miller, thanks again, pal. I owe you. Yeah.
All right, I'm done with old school B-Balls video because for the most part, that was the only issue I had. And again, a lot of people say it and it just bothers me for a very long time now. Now we're going on to something I really can't stand hearing because, like I always say in these videos, you have to be careful with what you say because when you go too far, it trickles down into the casuals' brains and they take it and run with it and formulate terrible narratives, which leads to, I'm not saying sCAP Attack is saying this, but he's getting extremely close. It leads to Kobe won with nobody and had no help.
I know Kobe could. You could tell me all day Shaq was the number one option. Fine, but I know he could win with very little. I know he could win with very little.
Very little. I'm not even going to break it down yet.
Remember that.
Never proven. LeBron has never proven that he could take a team with significantly diminished pieces, like the Pau Gasol team, and win a title.
You really disappoint me, man.
The Lakers, meanwhile, would add nothing else of substance, just that one All-Star. Kobe would take his fringe, one-time All-Star, and go to 3 consecutive finals, and Bryant would win back-to-back titles without a single other player on the top 75 list.
The tradition of Festivus begins with the airing of grievances. I got a lot of problems with you people. Now, you're gonna hear about it.
Not gonna lie, I probably should have broke this down one by one, but here we are. Going in order, Pau Gasol is a fringe one-time All-Star. That doesn't make sense. You are either fringe or an actual All-Star, which Pau was. We expect Pau to be a perennial All-Star on the Vancouver Grizzlies when he only has to compete with, let's see, Kevin Garnett, Timothy Duncan, and Dirk Nowitzki, to name a very few. When are you guys gonna stop stopping at LA? Gasol's numbers got better after the Lakers. He was a monster with Chicago. I don't know which bothers me more, that or Meta World Peace. The 9 years before Ron Artest got to the Lakers, he averaged 16. He was literally the number 1 or number 2, at worst number 3 scoring option every team before going to LA. Oh, but he's a nut job in a head case. No debate here. But Dennis Rodman and Draymond Green were psychopathic as well. Is Ben Wallace ever putting up offensive numbers like 16 points per game for basically a decade? I don't think so. Am I saying Ron Artest is better than these guys? Yeah, at some things, maybe perimeter defense, but offensively, Ben Wallace and Dennis Rodman aren't doing that. Obviously, Meta is not rebounding like neither one of them, but my point still stands. These guys are goated, and they're just the best role players of all time, which I agree. But what about Meta? I don't understand that. He was an all-star and a depoy, averaging 19 points the 3 years before going to LA. So let me summarize this. Kobe is at least the top 10 best player in the world at that time, at worst. Top 10 is crazy, but I'm just trying not to be debated at all. So Kobe is top 10 in the league by himself. Unlike sCAP Attack's lying
Scrub ass.
It wasn't just one all-star. He has 3 all-stars at one point in their career. Pau Gasol, Bynum, and Artest. So that's 4 all-stars on one team with a 6th man in Lamar Odom. One of those all-stars has a depoy. And you also have 2 very good or great role players in Derek Fisher and Sasha the Machine Vujacic. How is that even remotely close to severely diminished or very little? Now, for my last point. How many times did sCAP mention the top 75 teammate? He does this all the time to defend Kobe Bryant. All the time.
And Bryant would win back-to-back titles without a single other player on the top 75 list, and no other top 75 players aside from Bryant. Kobe Bryant is the only player ever who has defended a title without another singular top 75 player. No player in league history has won consecutive titles without another top 75 player, while his own team had not one other top 75 guy besides himself.
Let's see how he reacts when the top 75 argument is used against him.
don't matter. It does, because it has him as a ring. With 5 rings, he is ranked on the top 75 list, number 10, for a reason. How about this?
I don't care what some arbitrary list of writers ranks someone. I don't care what some arbitrary list of writers ranks someone.
I don't care what some arbitrary list of writers ranks someone.
You are more hypocritical than a dying hippopotamus.
None of us sports people are going to get everything right and be perfect. And what I'm doing is actually very risky, going at all these people poking holes in their videos, but I personally take this very serious because, like I always say, this info in the wrong minds or hands turns into Jordan couldn't go left, Kobe won by himself, LeBron carried bums, and all this other stuff. Basically, I'm kind of like Nas when he went at every other rapper in the game. But I'm telling y'all to step your game up, and me too, because I've noticed like an error or two in my videos. Again, nobody's perfect, but just stop pushing these BS narratives is all I'm saying.
I'm saying step up your pen game. Noriega, I like Nori, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like he's really not taking this game serious enough. He's more talented than that. Who am I to decide? Who am I to say something? I'm a human being with opinion. Nelly, he made remarks about KRS-One. To me, it's outrageous. I don't know why I'm saying this. I don't know what's got into me. But one thing is, I love the music too much, and I'll try to stay real to it. When I see people faking the funk, I can't have it. I'm not sitting back letting the clowns run the rap game. Stop. Today is a new day.